Barcelonistas, we have breaking news. Vitor Roque, apparently he's going to Palmeiras and it's a done deal. Or that is what Fabricio Romano tweeted about 3 hours ago. He says, Palmeiras, Vitor Roque to Palmeiras. Here we go. Done deal in place between all parties. Real Betis just approved the move. Barcelona will receive 25 million plus 5 million on sell-on clause or add-ons. Betis will get higher rights of Es Abde and in compensation. And Roque signs a 5-year deal to Palmeiras. And there's a few things I want to say. There's a few things I want to get off my chest. Before we do that, let me know down in the comments, what are your thoughts on Vitor Roque going to Palmeiras? What are your thoughts on Barcelona selling Vitor Roque? Let me know down in the comments right now. And let's get this timeline going, because I want to start with Vitor Roque came to Barcelona in the summer of 2023. Xavi Hernandez was the coach at the time, and I remember the story came out where Xavi Hernandez did not want Vitor Roque, but Barcelona in the front office were pushing really hard for him, and they really wanted to get him at all costs. And it just goes to show you how bad the front office was at the time, and didn't care that the coach didn't want him, didn't respect Xavi enough to the point where they brought him anyways. Xavi didn't give him a fair shot, and Vitor Roque from the beginning was kind of set to fail, to be honest with you. Basically, literally a mission impossible. It's like you going to a job and you know the manager at this job doesn't want you, and apparently the owner, for whatever reason, or the CEO really wants you, and they put you there, and there's no good relationship between you and the manager who wants to be under those kinds of conditions. So to be fair, for Vitor Roque, he never really had a fair shot to be able to succeed in Barcelona, because Xavi Hernandez was fired, never really gave him a shot. And then Hansi Flick came in, and Hansi Flick also didn't like what he saw from Vitor Roque and never gave him a fair shot. So once that happened in the winter transfer window, he went to Betis. Vitor Roque actually played with Betis in the last matchup between Barcelona and Real Betis. He was able to draw that penalty on Frankie de Jong, and we all know what happened in this game, where we were dominated this game. We were ahead in this game, and at the end of the day, the game was 2-2. It was ridiculous, but hey, let's stay on topic. I guess after that, there was a offer out of nowhere from Palmeiras, and Vitor Roque didn't have. I should say that Vitor Roque wasn't after that game where Manuel Pellegrini was giving Vitor Roque some playing time and did not deliver. And now they have Anthony, so now he has less opportunities. And I guess now he lost a starting job, and he's just not getting any minutes. And now he has 3 coaches in Europe who are giving up on him, because now Manuel Pellegrini with Betis apparently didn't want him anymore. So he had to find another team, and Palmeiras made an offer, very good offer. You cannot say no to what they're offering. 25 million is basically a break-even point for Barcelona. The deal was done. It just had to figure out how to compensate Betis, and La Liga came and said no. And this is my problem with La Liga, Javier Tebas, and Barcelona. There's no good relationship, and Javier Tebas is a well-known Madridista, and I'm sure those things have something to do with it. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments if you are okay with Javier Tebas being a well-known Madrid lover and making things hard for Barcelona, and basically leaves Laporta no option but to send him to court. He wins on court yet again. He's 2 for 2 against Javier Tebas. Basically got laughed out of court. And FIFA and UEFA have said, okay, you can do this deal. I don't see anything wrong with it. And Barcelona keeps having to jump through hoops to be able to do what is right, what is legal. And now they said, okay, you can sell him. So after that happened, now the negotiation had to start all over again, and it brings us to this point. Now all parties have reached an agreement. It was just up to Betis to say, okay, how can we get compensated, because we're literally paying his salary, and under contract we have to pay him until the end of the season. And said, how can we get compensated for this? And apparently, well, Barcelona said, okay, we'll give you Abdes rights. I will give you 30% compensation on that, because Barcelona had a right to 50% of his deal, and now it's down to only 20%. And that is how Betis said, okay, that's fair. We have a good relationship. Let's keep working together. And Betis wants to keep a good relationship with Barcelona. Barcelona wants to have a good relationship with Betis. And they came to an agreement. And apparently now Vitor Roque is going to be a Palmeiras player as soon as tomorrow morning. He may be flying to Brazil and may be presented in the next couple of days. I do think that it's incredibly disappointing for Vitor Roque. He's such a young player. He was once compared to Endrick, and Endrick, was a Madrid player who Madrid paid 70 million euros for him. And you can say that you can tell the difference in the caliber of a player, in the electricity that Endrick brings in on a game in and game out. I think Barcelona have a lot to learn from this deal. They have a lot to learn from what they did with Roque, but it's incredibly frustrating, because you want to say that they learned their lesson, but you have other signings like Coutinho, like other signings, that players that really haven't been able to work out, and we spend so much money on players like this. And Vitor Roque, it's another example of Barcelona not doing their due diligence, not doing what they need to be doing to be able to scout the players that they need to bring in. And Vitor Roque, from the beginning, you can tell it's not a type of player for this Barcelona's offense. And I'm going to give you an example. Santiago Jimenez, that signed for Milan, is another player that is very good, and he fits in this offense like a glove. He would do so good, and he would score so many goals. He would make so many runs. That's a player that you want, with technical abilities, with a lot of speed. And Vitor Roque has a lot of speed. He has a lot of power, but he doesn't have the technical abilities. And this is where Barcelona has to learn their lesson. We are walking out of this deal basically break even. It's as good as it gets. I can't believe we got this offer from Brazil. I do feel that Palmeiras could have gotten Roque for like around 16-17 million easily. And the fact that they offer him, basically they offer Barcelona a break-even point, that is, you can't say no to that. So, but let me know down in the comments. This is basically going to be going down tomorrow. I won't make a video out of it, because I made this video with the full intentions that this is basically a done deal for Barcelona, and I'm happy that Barcelona was able to find this deal, and maybe we can save some money and be able to bring in a world-class striker that would make things a lot easier for Hansi Flick's offense.